Hey there guys, welcome to Tino's World. You might have seen my first look walk around impression of the Exter. This is the latest and the greatest launch from Hyundai here in India. This is the micro SUV, comes powered by the 1.2 liter 4-cylinder petrol engine that puts out around 83 PS of max power and around 140 Newton meters of max torque. This is the petrol variant, 2 transmission options, 5-speed manual and 5-speed AMT. But now we are driving the 5-speed manual. You also have the CNG variant that puts out 69 PS and around 95 Newton meters. That also gets a 5-speed manual transmission. But this really is here to kind of give the Tata Punch a run for its money. I mean, it looks like a proper SUV. It looks bigger, looks more badass. You get a 4-cylinder engine as opposed to the 3-cylinder petrol options that the Punch has on offer. So first, let's turn around. Let's have a look at the reversing camera. So it's an 8-inch screen. Android Auto, Apple CarPlay is there. You have the same speedo console as that of the Venue. You have dynamic guidelines to help you. The camera clarity of the reversing camera is kind of decent. It's not too bad, not too good, but it offers good visibility. It's very cloudy and overcast, but still it is offering good visibility. Gearbox is very smooth. I have been driving it through the city and on the highway for the last couple of hours now. So let's actually sum things up and see where this goes. Like, the Punch really packed a punch. I mean, it became a segment benchmark. It created a segment of its own and became a benchmark. But now I think Hyundai have learnt it. So the advantage of launching their products later is the fact that they can learn and they can improve their products from the audience feedback. And look what they've come up with. They've come up with almost everything that you can think of. First of all, a 4-cylinder petrol, tried and tested. The Kappa engine. Then of course the transmission is very smooth. The clutch travel is not too far and the clutch feel is not too heavy to give you a leg workout. Again, with Hyundai, feature packed stuff comes as standard. You have a sunroof, you have automatic headlamps, you have automatic climate control. The steering wheel is only tilt adjustable, no telescopic adjustment. But anyway, have a wide open road ahead. Step on the gas. You sit nice and tall in this. Suspension is slightly on the softer side. 15-inch wheels really don't do justice. I hope they had offered 16-inch wheels, but good suspension, good chassis, and chassis orientation seems to be pretty impressive. We are already doing 125 kilometers per hour and it offers rock solid stability. We have some oncoming traffic, so we're going to take it easy. And the triple-digit stability is very reassuring. Again, we have only 2 disc brakes up front, no disc brakes at the back. There goes a biker riding a V-Storm. But anyway, the overall NVH levels are very well controlled. Again, it feels premium, it feels complete, it feels upmarket. It doesn't feel like made for a budget SUV. It looks like a proper SUV. That's the best part. And you are left wanting for more, because only 15-inch wheels look a little puny. You really wish they had offered at least 16-inch wheels on this to justify the SUV character. You have flared wheel arches, body cladding all around, beautiful design silhouette which demands or commands 16-inch wheels at least to make it look like a proper SUV. So apart from that, as I told you, large glass area, good all-round cabin visibility, very refined engine, and mileage, the claim is around 19 kmpl, so you can expect something around 14 to 15 practically, and that is usable. And again, a good blend of power and economy that usually Hyundai brings to the segment. So overall, I feel the seating comfort is really good. It is not too crampy, it is not too soft as well, just about the right kind of cushioning to offer good back support. The only thing I feel might be an issue is the knees for taller drivers may start touching the console up front if they are trying to find the right kind of seating posture. But apart from that, for me, I found the right kind of seating posture. I am comfortable here. The steering, again, feel and feedback is very, very reassuring. It is not too lightweight, it is not too heavy. We have 3-spoke steering wheel. Manual, revving all the way, baby. Okay, red line's at 6,500 RPM. So let's try and see how stable it is, if only we get a clear pass up ahead. But yeah, acceleration, it is good in the third gear, good overtaking power. Again, the steering feel and feedback gives you a lot of reassurance. It is not lightweight, it kind of weighs up accordingly to give you the kind of confidence that you come expecting while doing triple-digit speeds. Really, really good, huh? Slot it. Okay, there you go. And dropping the anchor at 152 or 153, still it stops very, very confidently without any wobble. So hats off to Hyundai for coming up with another stellar proposition. It's usable, it's refined to the core, zero any kind of clatter or anything, because in the 3-cylinder engine, no matter how refined you try to make it, you do end up left wanting for more. You feel a little bit of clatter, a little bit of uncertainty there. But a 4-cylinder engine is always pure butter, pure divine refinement. So that has been taken care of here, and you have good amount of juice in third gear to perform those quick overtakes. And overall, I feel you sit nice and tall in a commanding posture like that of an SUV. So I feel completely satisfied. A proper SUV experience to get started and later graduate on to the likes of Venue or Creta or even the Alcazar. Hyundai pulled it off again to give the likes of Punch a serious run for its money, and I'm really curious to see how the world receives the new Exter. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Until then, take care, God bless, and drive safe.